Alright, this is the Eachine M80 and I'm going to show you in this video why this thing here is one of the best FPV drones for beginners. It's got some really cool features. Check this out. The good people at Banggood sent me this really cool M80 FPV Eachine drone. Now, this is the type of drone that if you want to get into FPV, this is a lot of fun. So this is the box. It comes with a nice little carrying case box, which is pretty cool. Let's open it up and take a look what's inside. So inside we have the controller, we have the actual drone itself, 3 batteries, and the charger. That's pretty much all you need. Take the plastic off, and let's pull the M80 out so we can have a close look at it. Let's see. It's got 4 props. It is a quadcopter, and you're probably wondering, what type of motors does it have? Well, they're brushed motors, but they are really large for a quadcopter this size. That's to connect the battery, one of the 3 batteries it comes with. And up here we have a little indicator light, and on the front you have the actual camera, which is a 600 TVL, and it sends the video signal at 25 milliwatts to your FPV goggles if you so desire to use FPV goggles. I like to fly with Fat Shark FPV goggles, but you could use any type of FPV goggles with this. And if you're really interested in getting yourself some FPV goggles, I'll put a link to a pair of FPV goggles on the Banggood site, which is dirt cheap, but really good. Let's take a quick look at the controller for the M80. Here you have the power to turn it on and off. The left joystick is already in mode 2, so it goes all the way up and down and doesn't stay in the center, whereas the right joystick does stay in the center. Both joysticks click if you push them down, click, click. And you also have buttons on the front to put the drone in different modes and buttons for extra features. Underneath is where the batteries go, and it takes 3 AA batteries. Here we have one of the 3 LiPo batteries included in the kit, and you can see it's a 500 milliamp battery, which is pretty decent for a drone this size. This is the battery charger. Plug your battery in right here, and then plug this device into any USB outlet that will supply power, such as your computer, laptop, or a cell phone wall charger. All right, let's weigh the drone. We see it weighs a total of 42 grams, and let's add the battery. And we're up to 54 grams, very light. All right, I'm gonna charge up the battery and put batteries in the controller, and we'll take it for a flight. All right, I've placed batteries in the controller, and I've got the battery attached. It just slides in like this to the bottom of the actual quadcopter, and you just attach the battery. And as soon as you attach the battery, it should already bind automatically to the controller. So I'll just put that on. I don't have the controller on right now. I'll just turn the controller on. And these two should bind together nicely. And you'll know if it's bound nicely because when you take the little throttle, you have a green light, we're all good. And if I take the throttle, I can spin the props. See that? And the signal, the video signal is shooting out here. So if you have a set of goggles, like Fat Shark goggles, you would see the image inside the goggles. Or if you have a display screen like this, there you go, I see the image. So as I move this, there's no latency because it's FPV, 5.8 gigahertz. So it's actually perfect. It moves all over the place. So we're all ready to fly now. Just for fun, I've added some little obstacles in the doorway so you can go over or under. And I've done the same thing in the hallway to add a little obstacle here to go under or over. All right, so I've got the drone, got the controller, got my FPV goggles, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fly the drone around through the obstacles. I'll go around slow at first, and then I'll go as fast as I can. Go over the camera. Now I'm gonna go to the other cameras. I have 2 other cameras set up in the house. So I'll go through here. I'm going FPV so I can go through obstacles like that. Yeah, I'll just go through it. And I have another camera right here on this table. So I'm coming close to it. It's right on that table in front of me. Probably can't see it too well on the FPV because the FPV is like, the camera is shooting at the window, so it's adjusting itself. So here, I'll turn it around. Go like this. Come around on an angle and go over it. Woohoo, nice. All right, so now I'm gonna go to the other obstacle. There's another camera over here. So I'm just going slow right now just to show you how well this hovers. And there's a camera on the floor right there. I'm gonna go right beside it. Oop, don't wanna go up those stairs. We'll go underneath this little thingy. There we go, that obstacle. All right, so you could do that if you wanna go slow and do crazy stuff, but this here drone goes really fast. So I'm gonna boot it, here we go. Give it some speed. And we'll go around. So you could race yourself, race anything. am way over here. Here I am. I've taken my FPV goggles off. I have a GoPro sitting over there, and I've got the actual drone right here. And I'm just going to show you one thing. If, say you crash your drone. So I'm flying along, and for some reason I crash. But say when I crash, it flips over like this. Well, you want it to right itself. So there's a little button on the right. There's a little, here, I'll move this into the camera. There's a little button on the right here that you press, and it will actually, if you give it throttle, it will flip itself back over. So I'll press it. And there we go. What's interesting with this is that Yuneec actually has a drone coming out, a race drone, identical to this stuff, and that's one of its selling features, that it flips over. So here you actually have that feature in this drone. So since you have a stick that goes up and down, you can't take your fingers off the stick or else it will crash. So if I fly and I take my fingers off, it's just going to hit the ground because the stick falls back down. So you need this here drone to stay in place. So I'm going to fly it up. And I'm going to hit the altitude hold button. So now I'm flying this with no sticks. It is just going, it will hold altitude wherever I move the stick to. So I can fly it. It's sort of like a DJI drone right now. So if I fly it forward, I'm flying it just with the right stick. And it stays at that altitude. So it's a neat feature. I've never seen that before on an FPV drone. Very easy to fly for beginners. One final thing to show on this here drone that's pretty cool is on the top here, I don't know if the GoPro picks it up nicely. So on your side here, you have a button on the side. You can press that in and you can change your video channels or whatnot. But the most important one that I thought was interesting, I don't know why this exists. There's a button on the top that you can flip the video. So right side up is right side down, and you know, it's upside down basically. And I guess that is because this drone, apparently because of the way it flips and stuff like that, you could probably fly it upside down. So you'd want to put your video right side up. So when you're flying upside down, it can do that. Thanks for watching the video, everyone. And I'm going to put a link in the description below of where you can buy this drone. It is from Banggood. It's a really good deal. It's an Eachine product, so you know it's quality. And the other thing I'm going to put is a link to a set of goggles, FPV goggles, that are dirt cheap. You could literally buy this drone that comes with the controller and 3 batteries and a set of FPV goggles for just over $100. That's a really decent deal. And this is a really good FPV drone. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Till next time, see ya.